Hi everyone, I'm back. I know it's crazy, I'm on vacation and I'm making a YouTube video that makes no sense. But I decided to make a YouTube video while I'm on vacation, not because I'm bored, but because I have some extra time and I enjoy doing this, so might as well. And also this room has great lighting, which changes throughout the video because the sun does go down, but it happens. Anyway, today I will be doing a tutorial on this look and how to achieve not only the eyeshadow but the eyeliner using the Tartelette in Bloom palette. This palette is a staple for anyone's makeup kit. It has the perfect set of nudes and darks for tons of makeup looks, and I really suggest this palette to everyone and anyone who is serious about, improving their makeup skills, or just kind of, someone who wants to indulge in one high-end palette. This is the palette for you. It is so simple and easy to use, and I'm going to prove that in this tutorial, so let's get right into it. So first thing I'm going to do is take the shade Charmer, which is this white shade all the way in the top left, and I'm going to just pack it from my brow bone over to like the center of my brow. Next, I'm going to take Flower Child, which is kind of a light beige. It kind of matches my skin tone a little bit, or is close to my skin tone, and I'm just going to blend that into the crease. For the next step, I'm going to take Sweetheart on the same brush I've been using and start blending that into my outer corner and slightly into the crease. Now I'm switching brushes to a slightly smaller and more condensed blending brush, and I'm going to take Smarty Pants, which is a kind of cold tone brown, and do the same thing that I did with the last color, but more concentrated on the outer corner. I'm going to take Jet Setter on the same brush, and I'm going to do the same thing, but again just concentrate on the outer corner. The more colors you use in your eye look that are in the same color family, the easier it is to blend everything together and make it look cohesive, rather than going from a light tan to a really dark brown. That's just going to make everything a lot harder to blend, and it'll look kind of choppy. The last matte I'm gonna go into is Rebel, which is a very warm tone darker brown mixed with a tiny bit of Leader, which is also a warm tone but pretty dark, and blend that strictly on the outer corner and try to keep it as condensed as possible so I can keep the whole overall eye light but create some depth on the outer corner. And now to blend everything together, I'm going to take this brush, which has nothing on it, and just kind of run over the whole eye so there is a very smooth blend from color to color. And now for this next step, you have two options. If you kind of want more of a pop and kind of not necessarily glitter, but some shimmer, trying to make your eyes like the focus of you that day, you can take Funny Girl, which is this really pretty shimmer or metallic shade in the bottom left corner of the palette, or you can just go back in with the first shade that we used, Charmer, and also apply that to your lid. But because I want to go for a more sparkly look, I'm going to take Funny Girl on a wet brush, so I'm going to just quickly wet it with Urban Decay's setting spray and pick up the color onto the brush and apply it to my lid. And if you don't have setting spray, you can use your finger because your finger has natural oils on it. So just take it on your finger and it will come off a lot more pigmented than if you were to use just a dry brush. Now for liner, I'm going to be using the Sephora liquid liner. It just looks like this. It's kind of like a paintbrush. I find these a lot easier to do with winged liners with. So this is how I do my eyeliner. What I do is I start from where my eyelashes are and draw a tiny little line pointing, kind of continuing my lash line, kind of like, not necessarily, but, and then I start to flick it up. See how it's kind of like a little U shape? And then I try to keep my liner not necessarily going totally up in space, but more like at a 15-degree angle rather than like a 45-degree angle. So and then I usually, for looks like this, go about to the end of my eyebrow. Next, what I do is go from not necessarily all the way at the end of the line that I just made, but kind of like the center, and draw a straight line with my eye like this. It's my eyes like the lid is completely shown and my eye's not just sitting like this. I have my head tilted back and draw a straight line from the end of that line until I hit my lash line. And then I fill in. And then usually before I continue the rest of the liner, I like to clean up the wing. So what I do is I just take a concealer brush that has my concealer on it, and I just quickly run right under and over the line. And the rest of the liner is pretty self-explanatory. It's just like a bar liner. But for this look, I like to do my eyeliner so that it ends pretty much right after my iris. I don't know, I think it looks nice with a natural eye to maybe not bring the black all the way over to the inner corner because it tends to open up my eyes a little bit more. And to see if your eyeliner is even, which is always the hardest part about eyeliner, you can do one eye beautifully and the other eye just does not match at all, and that is one of the most frustrating things ever. But after I do my liner and to see if it's even, I make funny faces to see if, you know, in every angle, if they are the same. Because sometimes the hardest part about making your eyeliners is the same on each eye is seeing where you need to fix it. Like, does it need to be thicker here? Does it need to angle up here? Like, it's very hard to see that unless you make some funny faces. So what I do is I look in my mirror and I first go like this and make sure that the lines, the top line of the wings are symmetrical. And then I open my eyes really wide and I see the bottom of them. Like, this one could be a tiny bit thicker, but I can't really notice it just from like head on. So making funny faces in the mirror sometimes helps you see where your liner is off. So I just applied a quick coat of mascara, and also I applied this NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in Sandstorm on my lips. I thought it paired well with the eye. And of course, I already did this off camera because my battery died without me knowing. But I applied just some very subtle light highlight from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour and Highlight Kit in the inner corners and also on my brow bone, just to kind of give it that extra pop. So that's all for this look. It's a very simple, everyday look that nearly anyone can achieve. The winged liner might take a little bit of practice because Rome wasn't built in a day, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you next time.